On the ancient land of Huaxia, countless hidden secrets lie among the mountains and rivers. In a remote village in southern Shaanxi, there has long been a strange tale about the Fox Spirit of Qingqiu. The story takes place in the early years of the Republic of China. In southern Shanxi stood Mount Qingqiu, a towering and mist-shrouded mountain, lush and green throughout the year. It was said to be the homeland of the legendary nine-tailed fox. According to the ancient classic of mountains and seas, Shanhai Jing, a book of wonders that recorded all the strange lands and sacred beasts of the world. In its yellowed pages, one line stood out. The country of Qingqiu lies east of the Great Sea. There lives a fox with 9 tails and red fur. Whoever sees it shall witness prosperity throughout the land. For countless generations, Mount Qingqiu was revered as a place of both mystery and divinity, a threshold between the human world and the realm of spirits. Believing that fox spirits dwelled there, watching over the land and blessing it with good weather and abundant harvests. At the foot of this mountain lay Qingqiu Village, where people lived off the land generation after generation. Each year, they held elaborate rituals to honor the fox spirit, praying for rich harvests and family safety. But as time passed, reverence faded into indifference. The rituals became mere formalities, and respect turned to neglect.
That year, a string of strange disappearances shook the village.
The first to vanish was old Zhang, the village hunter. Known for his courage and caution, he went hunting one morning with his hound as usual. But the day stretched long, and night came, and no one saw him return. Soon after, several young men vanished in the same way, leaving at night and never coming back. Fear gripped the village. Rumors spread that the fox spirit had grown angry, punishing them for their disrespect. Some said she had taken human form and was wandering among them unseen. The village elder, a man well-versed in the legends of Mount Qingqiu, resolved to uncover the truth himself. He gathered a few brave men and followed the trails left by the missing villagers. Deep in the forest, they discovered a mysterious bamboo grove filled with a faint, sweet fragrance that made them drowsy. The elder paused. "Do not breathe too deeply," he warned. "There is something in the air that dulls the mind." The others nodded, gripping their torches tight. Then suddenly, they heard a woman's laughter, soft and haunting, echoing among the bamboo. The laughter circled them like invisible smoke. They turned behind, and a female figure could be seen between the bamboo stalks. Realizing what it was, the elder whispered in fear, "It's the fox spirit. She's here." His voice cracked with both awe and dread. He fell to his knees, urging the others to do the same, and cried out, "Oh, great fox immortal, we have wronged you. Please forgive us and spare our village." His companions followed, bowing low as their torches flickered. A sudden wind howled through the grove, bending the bamboo like waves upon the sea. The sweet fragrance vanished. The laughter fell silent. When they dared to look around, the elder was nowhere to be found, as if he had vanished into air. The silence pressed upon them like a weight too heavy to bear. They called his name in terror, but only their echoes answered from the valley.
The men returned home in silence, their torches dim, their hearts heavy with grief and fear. When they reached the village, no one spoke. After the elder's disappearance, dread enveloped Qingqiu Village. No one dared to go near the mountain, and people locked their doors after dusk. But one day, a mysterious young woman appeared in the village.
She called herself Xiaoyao, saying she had come to stay with a distant relative.
The villagers stared in wonder. Her beauty was unlike anything they had seen. Pale as moonlight, eyes bright with warmth, a gentle smile ever upon her lips. Though wary, the villagers welcomed her, and the kind widow, Granny Li, took her in. And so Xiaoyao found a home in the heart of the village. Xiaoyao's presence seemed to bring warmth and life back to Qingqiu Village. She helped with the harvest, taught children to read, and showed kindness to all. Gradually, the villagers grew fond of her, and her presence soothed even the most anxious hearts. For the first time in many months, the mountain's shadow no longer seemed so dark. But just as peace seemed restored, something strange occurred once again. One night, a soft and otherworldly melody drifted through the village. Drawn by the sound, the villagers gathered and followed it to the square. There stood Xiaoyao, beneath the moonlight, playing a bamboo flute. When she finished, she smiled and said softly, "This melody was taught to me by the Fox Spirit. It drives away evil and brings fortune." The villagers murmured in awe until one man peered closer and gasped, "Her eyes, they're glowing like a fox's." Panic erupted. Suspicion spread through the crowd like wildfire. Yet Xiaoyao did not flinch. Her gaze remained calm, her smile faint and sorrowful. She blew her flute once more and stepped forward, her tones steady and gentle.
Let compassion guide us.
She continued, "I am a human. The Fox Spirit is my friend."
She has always protected
Her words lingered in the air like incense smoke, comforting to some, haunting to others. Some bowed their heads, ashamed. Others turned away, afraid to meet her eyes. Days later, some children playing near the mountain stumbled upon a hidden cave. Inside, they found ancient relics, ritual tools, tattered robes, and an old yellowed book. When they showed them to the elders, their faces turned pale. As they examined the ancient items, one man finally spoke, his voice a rasp of terror. "These are the sacred relics of the Fox Spirit. They were offered long ago and should never have been touched." Despite the villagers' murmurs of terror, the elder urged them to listen as he began to narrate from the book. The elder's voice was clear as he read from the book. The mountain was once a sacred place where the Fox Spirit dwelled as a guardian, bringing balance, blessings to the respectful, warnings to the forgetful. She guided their reins, guarded their hunters, and answered their prayers. But when they ceased to honor her, her light faded. That neglect broke the spirit-mortal bond, and their subsequent misfortunes were a result of their own forgetfulness. The villagers listened, their pale faces softening with guilt. Then Xiaoyao stepped forward and confessed the truth. She was the Fox Spirit reborn. A radiant light erupted from her heart,
making the crowd shield their eyes as sacred energy swirled. As the light faded and they realized who stood before them, some knelt and others wept. As the mountain began to rumble, a tremendous pillar of light suddenly shot skyward. Within the heart of the light, the magnificent true form of the Fox Spirit materialized. It is made of light and mist. Its tails flowed like silk beneath its serene, glowing red eyes and divine radiance. The tearful villagers knelt in gratitude and begged forgiveness, swearing to never forget. As Xiaoyao smiled tenderly, she began to break into golden particles and glowing petals that drifted softly upward on the wind, vanishing into the starlit sky. From that day, the villagers established a new tradition. Every spring, they offered incense at the restored village shrine, which now directly faced the sacred mountain as a solemn promise of their renewed devotion.
Now you understand. I never wished to punish you.
Her eyes gleamed with starlight as she continued.
No, I only hoped you would respect nature and cherish life.
With determination, she made a solemn
From this day
oath.
forward, I shall continue to guard Qingqiu Village.
A final sign of forgiveness appeared. A brilliant double rainbow arched across the glowing sky over Mount Qingqiu, rising from the mist and the golden sunrise. From that night, with plentiful harvests and winds of prosperity, festivals returned. They were held not from fear, but from love and gratitude for the unseen guardian who had granted forgiveness. Xiaoyao remained in the village, becoming a quiet protector in her own right. One morning, beneath the rising sun, Xiaoyao announced her departure to the weeping villagers. "I cannot stay forever," she said, "but the Fox Spirit will always watch over you. As long as your hearts remain pure, this land will be protected." The villagers gathered to see her off, the mountain mist swirling at her feet as she left with a final, warm smile. The villagers watched until she disappeared completely, the air filled with both sorrow and reverence. Seasons turned to years, and the story of Xiaoyao and the Fox Spirit became a whispered legend. Their tale was not one of fear, but of faith, a reminder that unseen spirits care for those who live in harmony with nature. To this day, Mount Qingqiu still stands, veiled in eternal mist. For the Fox Spirit remains, eternal and unseen.